you think it's because of the personal space or because of the public transport company itself? No, I think it's because of what they do 70% of the day. They work. And as one of you said, if you don't work for a job that you truly love, you end up sad the whole day. And it starts at the beginning of the day, unfortunately. I have a dream too. I dream that every employee, so every one of us, can do their ideal job. And it can change from one week to the other, or from one month to the other. I dream that every day when I wake up, or when you wake up, you really feel so delighted because you're going to see people that you like, you're going to do something that you like, you're going to be able to put some creativity, put some innovation, put your ideas into concrete reality. This is my dream. And guess what? This is not only a dream. Some companies have already done that. I'll give you two examples. The first one is a Brazilian company. It's called Semco. And it's Ricardo Semler, who was 21 years old. He took up this company from his father. And the first thing he did, he fired 60% of the managers. Why? Yeah, that's strange. Why? Because those people were creating an atmosphere of fear and of conformity. Just imagine. First thing, you have the time clock. So every time you walk into your work, you have to badge, and every time you go out of the work, you have to badge. So it says clearly, you're here just to do some time, not to achieve any objective. The second thing that happened to those people, every time they walked out of the factory, somebody was checking whether they had stolen something from the company. Can you imagine that? This is just an insult. Saying, you, my employees that I hired, you might be thieves. How can you say that from your employees? So the first thing he did, he fired 60% of the managers. Second thing, well, he did a lot of things, but what he truly did was he shared the vision. He freed, that's the idea of freedom, so he freed his employees. Whenever you walk into this company, there are plenty of desks. And there is no desk that is booked for one person in particular. That means that everyone has the right to say something. Even the CEO, when he has the idea, it's not sure that his idea will be the one getting out of the factory. Because every person has the right to say no or yes. You see what I mean? And he went very far on the transparency, because you can even know what your colleagues are, how much your colleagues are paid. So that means that when you do your job, you have to work it. And guess what? It's really working. For the last 30 years, Semco has grown its turnover between 30 and 40% per year. Can you imagine that? Second example, in France. The company is called Favi, and it is run by a person named Jean-François Zobrist. He is a lazy man. He said, I don't need to run the company. My employees are intelligent enough, they can do it themselves. So he tried to talk the managers into adopting this way of creating an environment of trust. Those that didn't meet that, fired too. And he created an organization that allows people to really meet the needs of the clients. So he created what he called the mini factories. And the leader of the factory is elected by the people that are working for the design clients. And they really have a total autonomy on what they want to do. For example, once one of their clients had a problem regarding a part they were shipping. What they did, they didn't ask anyone. They just took their car and they went to the client company. And it was in Germany, and they are in France. So that means that it took budget, but they didn't need any validation of the managers because Mr. Zobrist thinks that everyone has mind, and as long as you have the vision of the company, you do the right thing for the company. So I believe that every company has employees that are really wanting to do this. It's just a question of, do you want to do it? And I'll end with this little story. Do you know the difference between hell and heaven? Imagine you have a large plate of something you really like, something to eat that you really love. And at the end of your arm, you have like a long spoon. In hell, just try to feed themselves, and they get starved. In heaven, they feed the other one. Do you get it? So if you want to change the way your company is run, you have to start right now. Ask your teammates to do the job with you. And if you are short of ideas, I will be happy to help.